Welcome to Sportlink TV, and here in the historic Norfolk market town of Aylsham, we're getting ready for the Aylsham 10k, the fifth race on the Sportlink Grand Prix calendar for this season, the third running of this increasingly popular but relatively new race to the Norfolk road running scene. A really nice countryside 10k today and plenty of opportunities for PBs, and after the last couple of races of wind and really inclement weather to start the season, it looks like spring's finally here. Beautiful conditions for running this morning. Sunny but not too hot out there. Unfortunately, I'm going to sit this one out though. I had a bit of lurgy in the house. But there is still just about enough races left in the season to get yourself a Grand Prix ranking if you want to join us for the next one. Yeah, the next Sportlink Grand Prix race will be the Dereham 10 miler the week after this one. So they're coming thick and fast now, but 9 races left in the series if you want to get involved. So let's get ourselves down to Race HQ, or on the way to it now, and find out how things are going ahead of this one. Well, as we make our way down to Race HQ, I thought I'd stop for a chat with somebody who we see at virtually every race on the Sportlink Grand Prix Series, the man responsible for the timing and the numbers and all the important framework that makes sure this is an officially sanctioned race. John from Total Race Timing, thanks for having a little chat with us. One of the, you're here every time, aren't you? How did you come to be a timing company, if you like?
Ooh, well, it's been about 7 or 8 years now, and I run for Aylsham Runners, and back 7 years ago we were looking at timing the Aylsham 10k and looking into the options, and couldn't find a good option, and thought, oh well, it can't be that hard, can it? 7 years later, I'm still learning, but it's set up my own software and website, and here we are today.
And I know, having chatted to you before about this, an appeal you'd like probably to make to every runner out there is you don't have to stop your Garmin right on the finish line.
Yeah, every time you stop a watch like this and you put your arm in front of your number, so I can't see you in the photos. So if you can wait a few seconds after you cross the line and let me see your number, that would be great. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Sean. Let's get down to Race HQ and find out how the build-up's going. Well, as we build up to the gun and the start of today's race with the race director, Miles Haig, this morning from Aylsham Runners. Miles, good morning. Everything going smoothly so far?
Morning, Richard. Yes, everything's tickety-boo this morning. Hunky-dory. The course is looking fantastic and we're ready to roll.
And perfect conditions for running today.
Couldn't ask for better race conditions, really, could you?
And it's felt like it's taken spring a while to get here, actually, and this feels like a proper spring race.
Is this spring or is this summer? Yeah, it's been a long winter, hasn't it? A long, wet winter, so we're grateful for some dry weather this morning.
Popular course, this one. It's only the third running of it, but feedback on the race seems to be really, really strong. I really enjoyed it last year.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it's a bit of a staple for the club, really. We go out and do lots of efforts around there. We enjoy it, particularly the direction in which the course is taken. There's a bit of an uphill drag on the way out, but a long, fast 3 miles really towards the finish. So, great course.
Absolutely. And how's the club going, Aylsham Runners, in terms of, you told us last year how popular it was growing. You've taken the kind of next step to get the next generation of runners involved recently, haven't you?
We have indeed, yeah. So juniors has kicked off. Numbers on that are low, but probably about where we would expect at the moment. It will be a slow burn, obviously, with qualifications to be able to take on younger kids, which is the ultimate goal. We've got a couple of club members there going through those qualifications, so we can achieve that longer term. It's for the good of the sport, isn't it? So yeah, everything's good with the club. Obviously
you've got a job to do today, so you're not running. Also, same, I'm not running either today. How frustrating is it for you having to watch everyone else when you'd quite like to be out there?
It's funny you say that. I was having a conversation with Phil Whiting of Gazelles about a week and a half ago now, and I said to Phil, I'll pitch an idea to you. Maybe we should put it to the Athletics Norfolk Road Running Committee. Perhaps as clubs, what we can achieve next year is we all take on each other's races. So those clubs that are normally hosting the race get to run the race. Well, how good would that be? Well, we'll have a go another time, won't we?
Well, best of luck. Have a great day today, Miles. Thank you.
Thanks, Richard. Nice to see you.
Well, here at the Sportlink Stand, just ahead of the start of the race, while runners are getting their numbers over my shoulder, and here with Mark Thorpe, the assistant manager from Sportlink. Mark, are you running today? Looking forward to this one?
I am, yes. The first run back since the Manchester Marathon. which was, I would say, enjoyable, but a bit painful. But yeah, first run back, you know, everybody's now moving out from the spring marathons, starting to think about those shorter races, the 5 and 10Ks, especially with Wroxham coming up in 9 weeks, which is the sort of the premier 5K in the county. This lovely race here today, the 10K, so starting to think more about their summer wear and also their, race shoes. A lot more people, carbon plate race shoes now work for a lot more people over 5 and 10K, whereas opposed to the marathon, they might be looking at a more comfortable shoe if they're going to be over that sort of 3 hour 30 to 4 hour sort of mark. We've got some really good in-store days coming up, so next weekend you can get out and run with Kahoo, and then on the 25th, New Balance of this month. Both going to be a couple of runs out from the shop, which is, again, involves the community. I just first think it's really important that we all come together as a running community. I think community is the big thing of all the. And it's great to see all the clubs and everybody here today. There's nothing like actually coming to a store, and even before I worked at the shop, which I'm lucky to work at now, just to get those shoes, 3 or 4 different pairs on your feet and compare them literally against each other, quite often one on one foot and one on another, it's just so important that to get those and just have that little run outside the shop. It gives you a much better concept, much better idea of the shoe than for instance, just buying a pair and putting them on you don't really know and
leaving it up to fate.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, have a great race today. Enjoy your day. Let's get down to the start line then. as runners continue to cross the line here. That's it for the Aylsham 10k for now. It was Cool if you manage to find some shade out there, but out in the sun, pretty demanding for a lot of runners, and a really, undulating course out there, which led to some people finding it quite challenging. But an interesting race out there today. Let's go and find out how some of the finishers got on. Well, not a win today in the main field, but second place for John Hudson, which, considering you were the first winner of a Norfolk Marathon for decades last weekend, I think second is pretty good going. Were you happy with your race today?
Yeah, I'll take second today. Not too bad. There was a nice little group of us today with Stephen and Jack and Corbin. And then, Stephen was just a bit too strong for me in the last couple of K today.
Well, pleased to say today's winner with me now, Stephen Bacon. Congratulations from North Norfolk Beach Runners. Just under 34 minutes. Happy with that?
Pretty pleased. Yeah, no, it didn't feel like 34 minutes when we were halfway and in a world of pain, but a really good race. A good bunch of us at the front. So with John, Jack and Corbin, so we kept rotating the lead, which was really nice, pushing each other on. So I think, probably wouldn't have got the finish, but they might have had the marathon still in their legs at the end, so managed to hang on. So, pretty pleased.
With the women's winner today, Alice Horney now. Congratulations, Alice. A win today, is that what you were expecting?
No, not at all. Didn't really expect to get first, but it was a really nice course, hot out there, and really happy with that.
Well, here with a couple of finishers from Dereham Runners. We've got Carol and Stephen. Carol, how was it for you today? Bit warm?
Oh, it's very hot. It was really fun though, enjoyable. Bit hilly, but not horrendous. It's all right.
Yeah, it's a nice little race. Stephen, how was it for you?
Yeah, hot, but enjoyable. I was hydrated because I had loads of water at the pub last night because I was driving, watching a band, so I was drinking pints of water. It's not like Coke. So I was quite hydrated. I had about 3 pints of water last night, so yeah.
Very sensible ahead of a race. Next weekend, the week after this one, we've got Dereham's 10 miler.
Yes.
So by the time this video comes out, there will be a chance to enter still. Tell me a little bit about the race, whatever you can, Stephen. Is it one you've raced or will be racing?
That's one I've last raced it 2010. When was 2010, so it's quite a few years ago, but I often do a training run, 10 mile around there. I'd say it's got a few little bumps in it here and there, a bit undulating, but it's a good sort of get in there and get your head down and 10 mile race, is my opinion. So
And a big event for the club as a whole, isn't it, Carol?
Yeah, it is. It's one of the two big events. We do that and the 5k, which we do later on in the summer. Yeah, it's a good race. It's fun.
Thank you for having us, Aylsham. That's the Aylsham 10k done for this time. But it's a quick turnaround. Just 1 week to go till our next race in the Sportlink Grand Prix Series, the Dereham 10 miler. That's the following Sunday after this video will be released. So a quick turnaround on that one, most definitely. But a really good race and a really good test of the legs, that challenging 10-mile distance. So don't forget, if you've liked what you're watching here on Sportlink TV, like this video, subscribe to the channel and click the last lap bell to stay up to date with all the latest from not only the Grand Prix Series, but all the latest shoe releases that are in the shop and some of our brand events in store as well. You can get the chance to try on some of your favourite running shoes to see if you like them ahead of buying them. They're really good opportunities, actually, these try-on events, and there's a couple of them coming up as we heard earlier in the video. So thanks very much for watching, and don't forget, perfect pace makes the perfect race.